Today we're going to be testing out 3 super easy keto-friendly snack ideas, starting with this. So Sarah and I love finding recipes on the internet and testing them for all of you. But what we really love is when you guys go out and do the testing for us so that we can share them with the rest of you. In our group, Keto with the Keto Twins, we have 10,000 of you who are actively trying not only the recipes that we are sharing, but your own recipes and sharing them with everybody else. And one of the first recipes that we're going to try today is tweaking a recipe that we showed you guys a month ago. So that recipe was creating chips out of cottage cheese. Sarah and I came across a recipe for cottage cheese chips by PerspectiveProportions.com, and we tried them on our channel, and they were quite difficult to make because we were heating them up individually in a pan, and then you had to peel them off the pan carefully with a spatula. In the recipe that we came across, it called for exactly Trader Joe's small curd cottage cheese, and we didn't have a Trader Joe's near us at the time, so we just got some off of Amazon, and honestly, it worked out pretty well. And so while in the beginning we were pretty reluctant that we were gonna like this recipe, in the end it turned out to be our favorite chip recipe of the entire video. And you guys took that idea and you ran with it in our group. And so we are going to be taking the advice from you guys and trying out this recipe in our microwave today, because you guys said that you had a lot more luck in your microwave than you did on the stove. You guys posted some really awesome pictures and instructions in our group, and they look delicious, so we're excited to try them. It took about 2 to 2.5 minutes in her microwave, and then she said that it starts to brown when dry, and that means that they're done. Let them cool on a rack and then slowly pull them off the paper. Mickey actually posted a different way to do it. She actually put her sill mat in the microwave and it turned it into one giant chip. So that is really interesting. Then you can see her breaking it apart into little chips. We actually went out and drove to get the Trader Joe's small curd cottage cheese. There are people that are saying that the reason why this cottage cheese is necessary is because they have additives in there that are not found in other brands of cottage cheese. So the recipe is really simple. You're going to be needing small curd cottage cheese from Trader Joe's. If you can't find it, the other one worked pretty well. Pepper, granulated garlic, and onion powder. If you click more underneath the video, more ... you can open up the video description and get all of the links that you're gonna need for everything from us. We're gonna mix together our spices with our cottage cheese, and then we're going to scoop it onto the parchment paper. We're gonna be using a 1/2 teaspoon measuring spoon, and then we're gonna start microwaving these chips and see how they turn out. You're supposed to be putting this on a microwave safe plate, but all the plates that we have would cause it to be like uneven underneath, and we want it to lay flat. So I just took out the plate. So I'm gonna be laying down the parchment paper onto this plate directly. We were having a hard time getting the cottage cheese out of the measuring spoon, so I reverted to a normal, smaller spoon, and I'm gonna eyeball it from here on out.
Let's do that many first. We really don't know how long it's gonna take.
We went ahead and turned down the power on Sarah's microwave. They did say that it takes a little bit of experimenting because every microwave is a little bit different. So let's start off with 2 minutes at 5 power on this microwave.
Cool.
We're gonna keep a close eye on it. And while that's cooking, we're gonna take a minute to talk about the sponsor of this video, Element. Element is delicious electrolyte drink mix with everything that you need and nothing that you don't. That means lots of salt and no sugar. Element contains a science-backed electrolyte ratio of 1,000 milligrams of sodium, 200 milligrams of potassium, and 60 milligrams of magnesium. Element makes us feel great because when you go into ketosis for the first time, you shed a lot of water, and inside that water are your electrolytes. This can leave you feeling tired, nauseous, and have muscle cramps, also known as the keto flu. Element replenishes your electrolytes so that you feel better. And Element is coming out with some super exciting flavors. So in this limited release flavor pack, you get 10 chocolate salt, 10 mint chocolate, and 10 chocolate caramel. Woo! So Element has some drinks that you can make with these packets. I decided to make a peppermint mocha with mine. So I added about 7 ounces of coffee, a splash of heavy whipping cream, and half of a packet of the mint chocolate, and it is divine. Right now, Element is offering our community a free sample pack so you can try all the flavors. That's 8 single serving packets free with any order from Element. So you could buy this medley and then get a free sample pack. In order to get this deal, you must go to drinklmnt.com/ketotwins. And these limited flavors from Element do sell out. We're just warning you right now. All right, let's check on it. It's been 2 minutes at 5 power in this microwave. I think it needs more time. See how this one is, this one's hard. I feel it.
Well, I think it still needs to be browned a little bit.
So we're gonna go what, another minute?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do 1 more minute.
Let's see where we're at.
Bam. So every microwave is going to be different, and people in the group did say that it takes a lot of like trial and error to figure out how it's going to work for you. So don't be afraid to put it in, check on it, keep on zapping it to see how it works so that you're not like burning them in the process. Don't like blindly just trust that it's going to take 2 minutes in your microwave. If your microwave's twice the power, it's going to burn them. So we're going to check back in about 14 seconds.
I think we're at a good pace. It's not burning yet. But we're getting nice browning in the middle, and that's what we're looking for.
1 more minute.
Once we know, we will be able to do it.
I'm going to put it in for 30 more seconds and then see where we come out. I think it's starting to actually take form here. I'm excited.
Way easier than the pan.
That's for sure. 30 seconds. So some people in our group did use a sill mat for this, and they stuck it in our microwave. We don't have a sill mat that will fit in the microwave, so that's why we're using the parchment paper instead. If you have a sill mat, maybe give that a try. Well, they're stuck and they don't spill. We are going to let this cool down completely. I'm going to peel them off carefully. This is me getting lazy, and this is what it looks like. I've lost all consistency. I've just done whatever. I mean, but look at this. I did this and I tried, okay? So I don't know if it's gonna matter all that much.
We want organic shape.
So since this is our second round, we're gonna go in at 5 power for 5 minutes. Wow, this is turning out so much like faster and easier than just putting it onto a pan and scraping it. I'm really, really excited to try these. We found that this is a really good idea. These parchment sheets, they're easy to store. They're not curled up like a normal piece of parchment paper that you can take out of the roll. And so I would say just keep these. Get some of these if you don't have it. They're great in the kitchen. Sarah and I use them all the time. We buy it multiple. Okay, the second round that we've done, we put it in for 5 minutes at 5 power, but I kind of peeked in there and I saw that it was really, really dark in the center. So I feel like opening it and closing it and allowing it to cool down midway, it stopped it from happening. So this is what it looks like. So obviously a continuous 5 minutes at 5 power is too strong, but this started happening at 4 minutes. So maybe a little less than 4 minutes. And you'll get something like this. I'm gonna peel these chips off very carefully. We're gonna put them in a bowl, and then we're gonna go downstairs and we're gonna try them. So here are the improved cottage cheese chips that you guys told us to put in the microwave. Let's try it. Wow, super crunchy. Really, really good. Lighthouse jalapeno ranch, a favorite.
My fave. Way easier to make them in the microwave. We tried the pan version and it was super difficult and frustrating, but once you get it down and you learn your microwave, you can make a whole batch of these with the amount that we made. We still have like a whole bowl of it left pretty much from this many chips. So I'm just imagining the types of flavors that you could probably add to these after the fact. Some barbecue flavor.
Salt and vinegar.
Salt and vinegar. I think they sell vinegar powder. Super delicious. Definitely improved. So our next keto-friendly snack hack comes from our Facebook group too, and it's also having to do with the microwave. So this one has been going around in multiple keto groups, I think, and so no one really knows where this originated from. But Selena said, whoever discovered this, you were a genius. Had to share. She took one Quest protein bar and cut it into 8 pieces and put it on some paper in the microwave, and she cooked it for 1 minute, and she said, voila, you have 8 cookies. I'm super excited to try this. I really enjoy protein bars, and so if we can make cookies out of them, it's gonna be really awesome. So the protein bars that Selena used in her example were by Quest, and they were the s'mores version. I absolutely love s'mores and I miss them all the time on keto, so I'm super excited to try these. I've never tried these bars before.
Okay.
So we're gonna be putting this in the oven for a minute. Selena did say that you have to be careful with these because they can easily burn, so we're gonna keep a close eye on them. Oh, I do see some smoking here. Vent. You know what I noticed? Everything in the middle is very hot on this plate.
Yeah.
I wonder if we just avoid the middle thing next time, because look at this. Look, this one's about to catch on fire, so that's good to know. And I noticed that even when Emily was making the chips, the one in the middle was really dark in comparison to the others. So this plate actually has like a really uneven cooking in the middle. Maybe you're not supposed to cook things on this plate. I don't know. but the middle one is about to catch on fire, I'm pretty sure. So we're gonna let these cool. I think that they're done, and then we're gonna go downstairs and try it.
So I'm super excited to try these 1 minute Quest cookies. These are just the bars that are zapped in the microwave for 1 minute. Let's see how it goes. It's got like that cookie like inside that. It's like a hard cookie. It's not a soft cookie, but it is a cookie. It tastes like one. This would go great with coffee. I'm really liking it.
Definitely a different way to eat a protein bar. If you guys are sick of just how they are normally, popping them in the microwave might be a really cool hack to use. So like Selena said, you kind of have to be very careful with these in the microwave because if you leave them in long enough, they can start smoking like this one did. And our microwave was on a power level of 5. So if it was on a 10, I think this one would have burst into flames probably. So be close by and watch the microwave when you're making these. Overall, I'm super happy with the results.
Awesome, awesome hack. Our last super easy keto-friendly snack idea comes from Chef John Food Wishes. I have been watching his channel for years. We actually made a meatloaf in the shape of a zombie, lovingly called Willard. And you know what's funny? So many of you guys in our group also made Willard. He lives on in all of us. This recipe looks really, really simple and I'm excited to try it. It's for a pizza chip. You're gonna be needing parchment paper, pepperoni, some keto-friendly or your favorite marinara sauce or pizza sauce, and 3 types of cheese. He uses freshly grated cheese, which he combines. We are just gonna be using an Italian blend of cheese, make it super fast and easy. This one is by Kraft. It has low moisture mozzarella, provolone, parmesan, asiago, and romano. We're gonna use about 1 tablespoon of this shredded cheese. We're going to drop it onto our parchment paper. We're gonna try to keep them in nice little piles. We're gonna drizzle on some of our pizza sauce, put a pepperoni on top, and yeah, we'll be good to go. I'm hoping to fit a lot on this tray. It's a drizzle. All right, here we have our last pizza chip recipe. He did say that you should probably be keeping an eye on these. He didn't really give a time. I'm assuming that it's going to be a couple of minutes. So all of the recipes that we've tried today, it's kind of like wait and see and kind of go at your own pace. It should just be like that you're checking on these things constantly so that you make sure that they don't burn. This is not like a, I'm gonna go do something else right now. This is very much in the moment.
How long has it been?
Like 5 minutes. I don't like stinky cheeses. Maybe it'll be fine once it's like fully cooked, but bleh, I don't like the way that it smells.
Maybe we pretty cooked. Oh yeah.
Okay, so initially I was kind of, it's not hardening. I don't want it to be just soft cheese, but they are hard now. Actually, I did go through and I kind of blotted it a little bit with a paper towel because I felt like it was super greasy. I don't know if it's the type of pepperoni that we use. Let's try them. Originally, I was off-put by the smell of the cheese blend. It's not as offensive to me now as it was in the cooking process. I think that it just exacerbates the smell of stinky cheese in the oven, but now it smells pretty good.
Yeah. You really smell the pepperoni on the top.
A little bit of ranch, jalapeno ranch. Every day in high school, I would get the same thing. And that was pizza, a side salad, which I would not eat, and ranch on the side that I would dip the pizza in. And I only got the salad because I wanted the ranch and I didn't want people to judge me. Do you have a favorite from today?
They're all good, but I would really go for the chips that we made in the beginning, the cottage cheese chips in the microwave. These were a winner for me. I'm going to be making more of these later today.
Ooh, I got a big one.
I'm going to make a huge batch, and I feel like you could really flavor them, and they're so versatile. So thank you guys so much in our group, Keto with the Keto Twins. We will leave a link if you guys are interested in joining it. Without our friends in our Keto Facebook group, we wouldn't have known to put these in the microwave, so thank you so much.
So if you guys see any recipes on our channel that you kind of make your own, make sure to leave us a comment. We would love to read it and how you are putting your own spin on things. And if you want to see the video where we made these the first time, along with some other very cool keto-friendly chips, you can click right here and we'll see you over there. Anyway, I'm Emily.
And I'm Sarah.
And we are the Keto Twins signing out.
That's some crispiness.